Okay, so welcome back to episode 4 review for House of the Dragon. We are back. I thought about it and I told you I was going out of town towards the end of this month, and I don't think that's going to mess with our video schedule. So I'm really happy about that. But anyway, I finally watched episode 4 and I have my notes. As always. So let's just get into it. But episode 5, let's see, what is today? By the time y'all are really gonna see this, it'll be the 17th. I will have episode 5 done this week. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Anyway, we're here at episode 4. The Red Dragon and the Gold. Okay, so starting off, Daemon is still in Harrenhal. I don't know what's going on with Harrenhal. You know, this is what I want to say. There's a lot of supernatural elements in Game of Thrones that I feel like are not properly explained. I'm gonna let it slide for House of the Dragon. Simply because these are all afterthoughts, right? Like, the purpose of House of the Dragon is to solely focus on the story, the conflict at hand. I understand that. But in terms of the first series, Game of Thrones, they really sold to me because I feel like we should have went more into the supernatural elements. The Red Witch, all of the witches, the prophecies, all these powers that people seem to have. I know in the books, Catelyn Stark ended up becoming the undead lady or the river lady or whatever shorty name is. Forgive me. How did that happen? It's like stuff like that. I just wish they would further explain. And even in this series with the Targaryens, because the sole focus is really the destruction of the Targaryens, I still feel like they could give us a good background on the Targaryens. Clearly, you know how they say Targaryens are closer to God than they are men. But there has to be some sort of truth in that. I'm going to be honest. There is some type of magic that George R.R. Martin gave to the Targaryens, but we have yet to really learn about in the main series. You got them having this connection with dragons, first of all. Like they're dogs or something, like, which is nuts. And then you have the fact that you have like a lot of Helena the Dreamer and all the, like, she can prophesize things and whatever the fuck. What are all these powers and whatnot? Like, I really wish we would get into that. But anyway, I digress because that was a whole little side rant. Daemon is just confused walking around Harrenhal aimlessly. I don't know what's going on with him. But he sees a young Rhaenyra again. This time she's on the throne. She's wearing a crown, the crown. And you know, she's talking shit in High Valyrian. And the thing that gets translated on screen says, all because your brother loved me more than he did you. He loses it, cuts her head off, and he doesn't really hesitate to do that. And of course, you know, it's a dream. Now let's dig deeper into this. Clearly him being in Harrenhal, he's going crazy. Now, I don't know, the little witch lady he ran into says, oh, you know, you getting haunted, there's spirits here, whatever. I don't know if that's true, as well as I feel like it's just his own guilt, grief, and doubts and insecurities that are just finally haunting him now that he's alone and has time to really think about it. Like, that's what it says to me. And I do think it speaks to something that he's seeing a young version of Rhaenyra. Like, that's, you know, that's the version that was given the inheritance to the throne. So, I don't know, but I definitely am ready to get deeper into that. But he's going crazy. It's clear. It's clear now. We see a random goat while he's walking through Harrenhal. Now they say the place is halfway, you know, crumbling and all kind of shit. I don't know if it means something. I just made a note because I'm like, okay, does him making direct eye contact with this black goat, does that mean anything? Who knows? It might. Okay, so then we get back to Rhaenys going to talk to Lord Coelis. However you say the man name. And I guess he has a son, a secret son. I don't know why that matters now, but a bastard son. Either a bastard or maybe before he married her, you know, who knows? They didn't go into it, so I'm kind of like, what does it mean now? Let's get into the real tea. No pun intended. Alicent, you gotta drink the moon tea. Now, for all of you all who have watched Game of Thrones before and season 1, I hope you watched season 1 if you hear. The moon tea in this world is the baby goodbye. Okay, that's the baby bye-bye potion. That's the tea to get that thing up out of there. And Alicent has to drink it. Because we know what she's been doing. I'm crying. I'm honestly like, I laughed. And you know, her shit is hurting her. She got to put on the heating pad, them hot stones. It's Alicent, girl. Oh, it never ends with you, does it? It never ends with you. But she talks to the Grand Maester. And she asks if anybody knows or if he really thinks that Viserys wanted Aegon. The thing is, girl, it don't matter now. Now it doesn't matter. But my thing is, you know damn well he didn't want Aegon. Anyway, now we go from this clip back to Dragonstone, and we have Baela and Jace talking to the council. Council don't know where Rhaenyra is. Everybody's growing restless. They are ready for moves and actions to be made. Baela's holding her own. However, I'm gonna just say that I don't really like how they talking to her, but they did also have a point. I feel like that's just the downfall. The caution, unfortunately, is just going to be their downfall. That was a great opportunity for her to at least, even if she didn't burn all the other soldiers, I would have snatched up Criston Cole ass as a snack. Let's say you didn't want to burn the forest down. That's fine. But you could have snatched his ass up as a snack, at least. That's just me, beloved. But somebody, I can't remember his name. I should have wrote his name down. I'm so sorry. But he's in the council, and he says something about Rhaenys not being the hand. But we saw her with the pen. So she is the hand. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway. Moving forward, you have Criston Cole. Let's get into Criston Cole. Criston Cole, to me, is such a crazy character because he literally makes no sense. Now, before we get into that, he goes and conquers whatever little houses and territories, whatever. And he says the whore of Dragonstone. I'm going to be honest. The whore of Dragonstone is insane. And the thing that I don't understand about it is this. It's been... I'm just going to say a number. It's been 15 years since you and Rhaenyra did anything. It's been 15 years, at least, since she broke your heart. 15 might even be generous, because Jace can't be no more than like maybe 15 or 16 in the show, I think. That was her firstborn. So yeah, I'll probably say about 15. We just gonna say 15 years. So she denied you, had to marry Laenor, and, you know, started having babies with Harwin Strong. So 15, 16 years it's been, at least. And you still just hate this woman with a passion. And the thing that's crazy, when I think back and reflect on it, you know, because you was there when her father gave her his blessing or whatever it is to be the heir to the throne. She was, you know, talking to you about it, confiding to you about it and everything like that. So you literally are doing all of this. Like, it just clicked with me just now. You are doing all of this simply because you couldn't handle that rejection and you just hate Rhaenyra. Like, in my mind, you don't actually give a fuck about the Greens. You don't care who's on the throne, actually. Like, I don't think none of that, like, the politics don't matter to you. You literally only care about killing Rhaenyra. Because of all the words you could have used traitor, you could have used, you know, the unofficial heir. I don't know what else you could have used. You said the whore of Dragonstone. And I blame Alicent. Now, we now move from that little scene to the council. We're here back in King's Landing at the council. And it's not looking good for Aegon. It's just not looking good for him at all. Yikes. Nobody's listening to the boy. Aemond and Criston Cole is now revealed they've been in cahoots. Aegon don't know what the fuck is going on. Aemond is speaking in High Valyrian, and it feels like Aegon doesn't. Yikes. That whole scene was yikes. It really was, but y'all gotta stop playing in this boy face. At that point, we switch to again. We see Alicent. She got the hot stones. She got the hot stones for a little, you know, for a little heating pad type of situation. And Lord Larys comes in. Now, the problem I have with Lord Larys is, you know, like the really sneaky, snaky types like him and Littlefinger and stuff like that. They make everything to be a riddle. Just say whatever it is you need to say. Say it. Say it. Really say what's on your mind, because the riddle shit is getting on my nerves. You know, we going back and forth, and then ultimately, you know, you're trying to get her to say like, oh, well, do you think the king would have this, that, the third? Here's the problem with all that. Viserys is dead. And just like Alicent said, I gotta give it to her, his intentions died with him. It doesn't matter now. We're too far gone. Even if it was the case that I suddenly changed my mind and decided, well, no, Viserys didn't want Aegon, it doesn't matter. Aegon is king. Y'all done killed Rhaenyra's son. They done killed the next heir, Aegon's son. It doesn't matter now. Like, it's war. Like, but now here's the thing, Alicent, you sold because you left the little tea kettle out. Clearly we all know what the little tea kettle mean. We know what the little tea kettle mean. But you know what's crazy about that whole situation too is if I'm queen, I'm not explaining myself to you, nigga. What do you want? You came in here, you questioning me and da-da-da. Well, what's going on? Da-da-da. What do you want? What do you want? Say what you want. You don't have to, don't question me about nothing. You over here looking around and doing all this and putting two and two together. What is it that you want? That's where Alicent fucked up at though. Because she ain't putting her foot down and she let that little tea kettle out. But I will give it to her. She held her own. She was quick on her feet. She didn't break under that pressure. Because he was definitely baiting her into telling on herself. Okay, so at this point, okay, we switch back to Daemon. He talks to the witch, the maester, the lady. She give him a drink. He's tripping. He's seeing all types of shit, and he actually sees Elena, his widowed wife, who died back in season 1. I don't know. Now this honestly was the best part of the show. This honestly was the best part of the show. At this point, we switch back to King's Landing with Alicent and Aegon. Alicent runs into Aegon. She's like, yo, where the fuck is your daddy's books at? What's going on? So he's pissed off. He's like, look, mother, they're not taking me serious. They not asking me anything. They just moving and shaking without my, you know what I'm saying? Alicent then goes on to say, what thoughts would you have? Alicent, that moon tea making you bold, bitch. To say what thoughts, and then she smirked. What thoughts would you have? That was crazy. That was crazy. And then Aegon is like, look, watch your fucking mouth. And she says, or what? Now, if y'all know me, which a lot of you don't, but I will tell you, or what is one of my favorite things on this planet Earth, because what are you really gonna fucking do about it? I love that for Alicent. That's probably the only little bit of power she fucking has. It ain't, I gotta let you have that, you bum bitch. I'll let you have that. Or what? Because it did eat. It did. You know, I feel for Aegon though. I see both. I do see both sides. But the problem is this. While you over here making some speech about the sacrifices that were made to put him on the throne, and he should be seeking counsel, and he should be listening and doing whatever, and blah, blah, blah. All that is true, Alicent. However, all of that also comes at early stages. Y'all wasn't doing what you needed to do in terms of raising him. I don't know where y'all was at or what type of absence you was taking. I don't know where the fuck Viserys was, because he wasn't sick that whole fucking time. So why nobody was properly raising the fucking kids? Instead, as soon as he got of age, he over there in brothels, cutting up, doing this, doing that, all kind of shit. Drinking. all kind of shit. That's on you, the parents. Like, that's just what that comes down to. That is on you. He's like this because, I mean, why else? So it's a struggle. But to then, after all of that, to then tell Aegon, listen, just do what is needed of you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. To say that straight to this man's face, you are a pawn, is basically what you told him. Let everybody else figure it out for you. We don't want you to do nothing. We don't want you to say nothing. And the thing is, if you haven't figured it out already, that's insulting to a man like Aegon. That's insulting to his ego, because he is the king. He should be able to make these decisions. He should get the respect from his council and all that. And y'all have shown him many times over that y'all don't take his ass serious at all. And y'all will pay for that. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's going to continue to let that ride out too much. But yeah, to be talking to him like that, the way they all communicate and talk to each other, it sucks. Y'all suck as a family. Now back to Dragonstone. Jace is on his mom's ass, as he should be, because bitch, ain't no way you just disappeared and didn't say nothing, didn't, you know, even if it was, because they can't really stop you. Even if, you know, they're like, look, that's not a good idea, it's not a good idea. Okay, whatever, you still would have went, fine. But somebody should have known where the fuck you was at. So in case you never returned, there was going to be, they had an idea of where the fuck they needed to go next. So I don't know, that was nuts to me. That little interaction was cute though, him trying to, you know. But Rhaenys, Princess Rhaenys, they go into battle. They go into whatever battle. At this point, Rhaenyra tells Jacaerys the song of ice and fire. And we see everybody teeing up for battle. You know, we see Sunfire booping Aegon. We see, you know, Rhaenys and her dragon hugging for one last time. And I love the relationship between the dragons and the Targaryens. Again, I would love for that to be further explained. Like, because it is about the Targaryens, I feel like we need to know more about that magical element. Like I said before. Now, wherever they're at when this battle begins, you know, whoever is shooting the arrows, they holding their own with them arrows now. They was getting nice with the arrows. I don't know what's up with Vhagar. She's just old. I guess she's just an old dragon. She's just laying there. She just looked toe up and tired, honestly. This damn Aegon goes out trying to prove a point, trying to and here's the thing, Aegon. I understand your ego is bruised, but it shouldn't be that serious for you to die for it, because that's exactly what could have happened. And this only further proves their point. You done got on a dragon and flow out. You didn't know the plan, didn't have a plan. You didn't even know what the fuck you was looking for. You just went out there to make a statement like, oh guys, I'm not useless, I'm the fucking king. Only to end up being useless anyway. So I don't know. And then yeah, my next note is just, again, going back to, like, you do all of this, Criston Cole I'm talking about, just because you really hate Rhaenyra. Like, I don't believe in my heart that he cares about the real politics behind any of this. Fight. Okay, so watching the dragons fight sucked. It's like watching two dogs fight. It's like watching, like, your pets or animals that you love and care about fight. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch them dragons, especially when you have a smaller dragon versus a bigger dragon, and they sound like weeping dogs. Like, it's hard to watch. That was really hard to watch, man. And Rhaenys, I hated to see her go out like that, but she went out like a G. She did do some damage, and I'm grateful for that. The only thing that it left some to be desired, because we went from Dragonstone and her saying, yeah, I'll ride out. Like, it's gonna have to be me. I have the biggest dragon, and she's seen battle. But then that's it. Like, we didn't see no goodbyes. We didn't see no hugs. We didn't see no speeches. That was it. She just walked off camera. Next thing we know, she gearing up. We didn't have our scene with her and Baela, her grandchild. We didn't have a scene with her and Coilus, whatever. That was odd to me. So hopefully maybe in episode 5, they'll show a little flashback or whatever. But to not have those last little moments was weird. It just felt like her death was rushed a little bit. Cause yeah, once she definitely said it's gotta be me, I knew she was gonna die, but it was like, damn, so that's it? We just cut straight to the battle? Like, I don't know, that battle felt a little rushed, to me personally. Yeah, Criston Cole sees, just the violence, the death, everything burnt to ash, and, it's like, you take part in this. You was definitely, part in this. But I don't know what anime we watching, because truth is, his plot armor is nuts. Criston Cole, you don't have not one injury. You just covered in smoke dust, smoke particles. You ain't cut up. You ain't bleeding. You didn't use no fingers, arms, legs. Nothing took a chunk out of you. You not burned. You not shit. Your plot armor is off the chain, Criston Cole, and I don't understand that at all, but whatever. And then we see that damn Aegon laying next to Sunfire. Sunflower's done for. Sunfire. Poor thing. The dragon is dead for sure. And he's laying there all burnt up in his armor. I don't believe he's dead. I don't know if that was supposed to allude to him being dead. I don't think he's dead. But Aemond is really funny. Is really funny. And I just think he just well, he don't give a fuck about his brother. He really don't. He really does not care about his brother at all. And Criston Cole once again just looking so invested. It's like, if something happens to Aemond, that doesn't mean you care about Aemond. Or I'm sorry, Aegon. It means Rhaenyra won. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe he cares. For real. It's not giving me that at all. There y'all have it. Those are my thoughts on episode 4. I definitely apologize if my energy is low. I'll definitely try to be more uppity for episode 5. It's late, so that's probably why. I don't want to make too much noise. But yeah, those are my thoughts about episode 4. Episode 4 was good. I enjoyed episode 4. I just think it's just so interesting just seeing how these characters move and getting further in their head and seeing how things are going to be affected by this. Now that Rhaenys is gone, Daemon is still in Harrenhal going crazy, and he's constantly having visions of Rhaenyra, and we just don't know where he stands. We don't know what he's doing. He's not communicating with anybody back at Dragonstone at all. That's weird. And yeah, Alicent gotta drink the moon tea, and Aegon is being stupid. It's really all a mess. I'm gonna be very honest. It's really all a mess. And it's just not, I don't know what happens now. I really don't know what happens now. But we are more than halfway. Episode 5 is out. I will be watching episode 5 and doing that review here very soon. And then after that, I think because this season's only 8 episodes, we got 3 more weeks left. So by August, we'll be wrapped up with season 2, y'all. I hate to say goodbye. I can't believe it already. But yeah, I hope y'all liked my review. Like I said, I will definitely try to be more uppity in the next episode. But tell me your thoughts. I'm always curious to hear about y'all thoughts and what you thought about the episode. It may be anything that I missed, anything that I need to go back and watch, anything like that. Of course, feel free to put it in the comments. As always, share it with all of your fellow Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon fans, friends, fans, followers, whatever. And I'll see y'all back here for episode 5. Okay, bye.